Good afternoon. My name is Ruben Beltran, and today I'll be talking about some of my short-term goals and some of my long-term goals. One of my short-term goals will be to graduate school and become an architect. One of my long-term goals will be to eventually own my own architecture design from in LA, San Francisco, or in Seattle. And in order to accomplish these goals, I will need to focus on three specific skills. One of those skills being my verbal skills. Secondly, will be creativity skills. And the last one, it's not really a skill, but just ask questions. So like I said, the first one, verbal skills. Verbal skills is one of those things that it's very important in architecture, just because we have to deal with customers every day, and we got to be able to explain to them like concepts and designs to the point where they look at it and they understand it. Just because a lot of people ain't comfortable just looking at floor plans or site plans. A lot of times they don't know what they're seeing. They just see a bunch of lines. And if we're able to explain it, they're able to understand it, and they know what they're buying. They know where their money's going to. And a way I could work on this would be to, every morning, just read the newspaper, read it out loud, or read to a large group of people, that being nieces and nephews, and just get comfortable with large groups of people, or even one-on-one, just so that when they come in, they feel comfortable. Secondly would be creativity. Creativity is one of those things you can't really teach. It just kind of comes after living life, experiencing new things. And a way I could work on this would be to just travel, getting out of my comfort zone, going to places like San Francisco, LA, or leaving the country and going to Mexico or Canada, Spain, just getting out of my comfort zone. And I could even leave the state and go to Chicago, New York. And just by doing that, I'll see like new architecture and just kind of implement that in my own designs. Just for future, I know how to. People in New York like their things. Just because, for example, in New York, they got blizzards, they got snow to worry about. And in California, we don't have to worry about all those things. Their houses up there, they're a lot higher off the ground just because when it snows, if the house was close to the ground, they wouldn't be able to open their door. So they have to raise the houses up for that. When stuff like this happens, they're prepared for it. And they implement that in their designs. And by going out there and seeing these things, I just kind of keep that in mind and I obtain those things. Lastly, asking questions. Asking questions is one of those things that it's simple to do, but we don't really do it. Every semester, our teachers, they encourage us to ask questions. They push us to ask questions, and we still don't do it. Just because, some of us are afraid or embarrassed. And it's one of those things that we just, in order for me, I need to get comfortable and just be able to say things so that when, in future projects or things, when I ask questions, I retain things in my personal experience. I learn things just by asking questions. And a lot of times I don't ask questions, just like I said, because sometimes, we just shy away. And it's one of those things that I need to change. I need to go into class and talk to my peers and ask them questions, kind of pick at their brain. And just, when they're explaining things, if I don't understand it, just raise my hand. And I might be helping another peer just because they're embarrassed to ask a question. And just kind of do things like that. And like I said, in conclusion, in order to be successful and achieve these goals, I will need to work on my verbal skills so that when I talk to clients, I'm able to make a sale. And I need secondly, would be my creativity, just so that when I make designs, I'm thinking outside the box, thinking of things other architects ain't thinking of. And just designs that when clients see it, they're wowed. And then lastly, asking questions. Just go out there and pick at people's brains and learn new things. Just because, we don't know everything. And we could always learn something new every day. So, that would help me a lot. And so like I said, just work on that. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.